Welcome back to my channel, Love Tights, and we are back with another video. As you can see, I had to keep the sweater thing going. This is the background blue right here. Like my little picture is cute, right? And I got my water because I got some more to tell you. In this video, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be long, but I'm gonna need some water to kind of, keep going with the story a little bit. So, where I left off was, it was just some difficult times with telling people of my status and how they were taking it and how I was dealing with, some trauma or some suicide thoughts. And fast forward to 2016. I began to travel a lot more out of the country, within the country, and I ended up meeting somebody who was a really, really nice guy. We dated for several months, I would say. And in the midst of that, we were not exclusively dating. If you check out my last video, you'll see. And me and this person, we were not monogamous, obviously. So I was still, open to other partners. Mind you, me and the person never even had any kind of intercourse. So as I'm, going through 2016, between January and June, I met a few guys here and there. I would tell them my status, and the person that I was actually dating, not exclusively, he was understanding of my status. But I do think, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I do think that based off of me being positive, he may have had some reservations, us having any kind of anal sex. So I went about, meeting other people outside of him because he wasn't giving it up. So I wanted it from somewhere. I felt like I needed it from somewhere else. I met, this guy here, this guy there. I did come in contact with this one guy who was positive as well. And he told me that he was positive after I told him that I was. So honestly, even though, unprotected sex is frowned upon, I was still doing it. And I'm still doing it to this day, honestly. And I won't say that it's the best thing to do. You should definitely use protection if you're out there. I don't want to tell anyone to not use protection, but it's your choice, your decision. You have to deal with whatever comes after that. So I was having unprotected sex with this person. And then after me and him kind of dissipated or whatever, and the other person I was dating unexclusively, we were no longer dating. I ended up meeting other people who would tell me that they were positive too. And there were a few here and there, honestly, that would just automatically block me off of the app of Jack'd or Grindr once I told them I was positive. So it kept me from actually posting, my status on those apps. Although it's there's a preference there for you. And I'll get that into another video on, what I did in the future from that point on. But I met somebody out of the country, and this person ended up becoming my husband. And if you watch another video, you'll see, stuff about that. But this person, I told him about my status after we had sex, unprotected. And that was totally wrong of me. I know that it was. And I was just scared. I won't even lie. I was just super scared. And I was in the midst of, just the whole passionate lovemaking, if you want to call it that. And I got back to my country, to US. I told him over the phone. I was in the city somewhere driving, and he was speechless. He was mad. He was sad. He was hurt. He was crying. And all I could think to myself was, damn, I'm the cause of that shit. And I don't understand why I could be such an idiot. And it makes me, who I am today, realize that you can't really do that to people. You have to tell them the truth about who you are. As hard as it may be, you have to tell people the truth. You have to allow them to make that decision for themselves on if they want to, get to know you after they know that you're positive, because it affects them too if you all decide to become intimate, whether you use protection or not. I mean, in the future from that point, there was a time that I did something not so great as well, which is basically because I didn't learn my lesson, but I trucked on. Me and the person got married, and I proceeded to, ask him to go on PrEP, but he had the option after the fact once he, got more intimate with me the next year after that. I will say this, in the course of, having these experiences, dating people and being just like very sexually active ever since I received the diagnosis of being positive, is that people will tell you what they think you want to hear. And if they tell you what they think you want to hear, meaning that they will feel as if you are the one who may or may not need some of this information, they're going to tell you what that is and make that decision for you. And I feel like that's just not the right way to go. As much as I've done it, as hard as it is to tell someone your status and who you are and things about yourself, I feel like this is important too. You want to be honest up front and tell people what it is that you may put them at risk for, because that's what it is. You put them at risk on having a immunodeficiency virus that can possibly, let's just say it, kill them or them to die. And you have to be the one, if you're positive too out there, you have to be the one to protect that person. You can't be scared. You can't be, this is just my advice. You can't be scared to tell them, because if you're scared to tell them and you feel like then honestly, don't even go out there and get with anybody. Stay single, stay by yourself, jack off, whatever. Finger yourself, whatever you gotta do, masturbate. I just feel like it's something that you have to realize about yourself before you can actually enter the world of dating, because I felt like I made the most mistakes. I entered the realm of dating, I would say right after. So like if I got diagnosed in 2014 and in February, March time, in between that time, I got right back into dating in May, June. And that wasn't the right thing to do, in my opinion, because I wasn't mentally ready. But to each his own. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. I hope you stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to look out for more videos. Thanks again, Love Tights.